All right. Hello, my friends. How are you doing? Thanks for joining me tonight to do some AI magic. Let's see, and also discuss a little bit about all the crazy things that are going on in the AI world. All right, I'm just looking over here on my second screen to see what I'm seeing. And I wanted to cut my hair, didn't have time, so I'm wearing a cap today, which is, wow, okay, also... also trashy, yeah. There we go. Okay, let me see for the chat. And today we have to try, actually, because I'm streaming from just one computer today, not the two. And I don't know if I use Stable Diffusion locally, the GPU will use so much GPU that I can't stream at the same time. So yeah, we will try that out. If it doesn't work next time, I'm using both of the computers, the old one for streaming, the new one for AI. All right, let's greet some people here. Hi, Eric from Vienna, Sky from California, Infinity from I don't know where, Robomar from Poland. Hi, thanks for joining. Vicky, hi, how are you doing? Love aliens? Okay, that's pretty good. Infinity Cyber, depends on which aliens we are talking about. Yeah, that's true. How many do you know? only the movie ones. Tell me where you're from, by the way. Hi, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. Michael, is it happening? I hope so. I hope you can see me. I hope you can hear me. Is the microphone loud enough? I think so. All right. Who else is here? Wow, there's a lot of comments here. Cool. Wait a second. Always rocks his live stream. I hope so. I'm always a pretty big mess. There we go. I just found this channel 2 days ago. That's cool. Hi, welcome to my channel. Palus, I'm new. What can I expect? I hope only good things. Probably a lot of messed up things that are happening while I try to figure out what I'm doing after I think well over 100 streams that I've done so far. I'm still a mess with streaming. Just in case, hi, how are you doing? Hype that like button. Yeah, that would be great. Click that like button so more people can see that. Cool. What's the Facebook name link for the group? You mean? I should link that. That's a good idea, by the way. Let me find that real quick. So I can link that 1 second, and also I'm trying to work my way down through all of these messages you sent me. So this is my AI group, FBAI group. I also have a Discord, which I'm very rarely on because I'm not a live chat person. So yeah, maybe we find something. I will make this a sticky comment here. We could also review your works for aliens. Let's pin this message. So now it should be on top. Okay, let me scroll up here so we can greet some more people here. I don't know where I left off for the messages. 1 second. Like button. Oh yeah, I think this is it. So let's go through some people. Kalanu, hi, Starfire, Marcena, hi, Rick, Steven, who else? Nova, Omega, hi, how are you doing? Vicky, who else? Steven Bosch, hi, Paulus, Sharon, hi. Who else is there? Christian, hi, how are you doing? From Serbia, that's cool. Jean-Lou from Sevilla, thanks, long-time follower. Ian from the UK, hi. Rocco from New York City, awesome. Capitano from Montreal, hi. Just in case from New York, very nice. Who else is here? Let's see. Gonzalez from Salvador, hi. Nice to see you. From Ohio in the US. Redbones, hi. Spencer, how you doing? Thanks for watching. Who else is there? Tavana Young, hi. How you doing? Thanks for joining. Spencer is from London, I guess. Okay, that's awesome. I was there earlier this year for, I think, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. Redbones, hi from California. Esteban, hi, how are you doing? Mina from New York also. Wow, pretty cool. Is New York is like the state or the city? Like when you say, usually when you are from the US and you say, hey, I'm from New York, do you mean the state? Or how do you know what you mean at that moment, right? Or how, would you say, if you're from New York, you say, I'm from New York, New York? Or I don't know. Is that how the song goes? Is that what they say, New York, New York? Or I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, let's switch over here and let's actually see what we can see on my screen, because I bought this kind of wide screen, but I only stream in 16:9. So let's see. Boom. Okay, there's a little bit where I can stretch this out. About, where does it end? Here. Okay, I need to make a wallpaper that shows me where the streaming background is. What is this, by the way? Oh, this is just the background. Okay, cool. The cool thing is I can see the chat at the same time, and it's amazing for gaming. Really awesome. So here you can already see the Stable Diffusion running, and I'm playing around with, well, some functions. They have, by the way, I have made a video yesterday. You have probably seen it. Let me go to YouTube real quick here, and then we go to my channel. Oh, okay, it's not. So this one here, textual inversion, where I trained on images from MidJourney. Oh, we can also open that, by the way. Let's go here to Discord too. Let's see. 1 second. This is, oh, this is my, by the way, this is my Discord group. How many members do we have, by the way? I don't know. Does it show here anywhere? Here? No, 60 members only? No, these are the members who are online, right? 300. Okay, cool. Right, and this is for all kinds of AIs, so you can go in here and ask questions, stuff like that. I'm not so often in the group, to be honest, but you can discuss with other people because I'm not very good with chats. But let's go here to the MidJourney bot. Oh yes, and I created these kind of bunnies in MidJourney. So what I find is MidJourney is still a lot better when it comes to the quality of the image. Like you can see how amazing the fur here is. This isn't even upscaled yet. And the light through the ears and stuff like that. So this is pretty cool. And one thing, like, let me know your opinion on how that is. Should we make a poll on that? I don't know. So we need a link for that. Oh yes, for the group, right? Yes, that is a good idea. We should make a link for that. Let me create that real quick. If I see it, that would be good. Why don't I see it right now? Invite people. I'm an idiot. Okay, there we go. 7 days. I always have to do that. I think they want you to pay, and then you can make this link forever. But if you don't pay, you have to do this every single time. There we go. So this is my Discord that you can join. If you have any ideas for good concepts for the Discord, what we can do there to make it more active, let me know. Or if you feel like you want to be, I don't know, a moderator or something who does things like, I don't know, activities or such on the Discord, that might be good. Okay, anyways, let's go back here to MidJourney. Yeah, what I was about to say. Oh yes, with MidJourney, the good thing is that most of the things that come out are pretty good. And I don't know how they do that. Because, for example, if I click on version on that one, I probably get something that's good. You see here is still this kind of, sometimes, very rarely, this two-head kind of problem. But most of them, as you can see here, most of them look pretty good. They don't have much problems. Sometimes they're a little bit off-center. These are actually variations of that theme, so that makes sense why that looks so similar. But for example, if I go in here, should we use the same seed? So this, as you can see, again, this looks very like similar. The crazy thing I find with Stable Diffusion is if you change a tiny bit and everything changes about the image. That's, I mean, it has the benefit that the seed has a lot of impact on the image, more so than on MidJourney, so you can tinker better with the prompt. But for example, here when I go for the first pass or something, let's change here the resolution from 704 to 768, and then I click on generate. Let's see if this, I will keep talking while this generates, and you tell me if the video is chopping Maybe I should move my arms a little bit. So let me know now if you still can hear me, if my video is choppy. This is why I'm moving the hands right now, because this is using 100% of the GPU. And you can see we're ending up with a completely different image. It's still rendering, still moving my hands. There we go. Just testing. Let's see how this turns out. And you would think, hey, this is just a different resolution. No, it's a completely different image. It has nothing to do with what you saw before. And that's kind of strange, because you can potentially get amazing pictures out of Stable Diffusion, but only if all of the things come together. Like all of the settings, all of the prompt, all of the negative prompt, the seed has to fit. If any of those are a little bit off, or you maybe change the word in the prompt, it might be completely different. And that's kind of a thing that makes it a bit difficult to work with that, right? High-res fix real quick. Yes, I can explain that. That's actually a good question. By the way, you can ask question. I also want to ask you questions this time. And also, did it stutter, or does the stream work good? Actually, I can potentially look at my own stream over here, although it has a big delay in it. So I don't know. Is it choppy? So now we have the same picture. Now this is something I like about Stable Diffusion, is when you have everything the same on your computer, not on another computer, on yours, you get the exact same image as before. And that is pretty cool. Although this guy looks a little bit like, you know what. So maybe we should change let's change the seed here by 1. Let's see if we, how much did I change the seed right now? And then I will explain the high-res fix. All right. Yeah, you see, it is one number over from the seed, completely different image. Anyways, so what the high-res fix does is it renders the image in a low resolution first, and then in a high resolution. Now here, with these settings that I have, it's actually kind of also rendering it in the first pass. You can see here in a higher resolution, and then the second one in an even higher resolution. So the idea behind that is that Stable Diffusion often with a lower resolution gives you a better image for what you want. Like you don't have this kind of double head problem. Sometimes you have it, but you have it less, let's say it like that. Or you want to have something, for example, I try to create images that have a gate standing in a forest, and it would create like 20 gates all the time. There's, no matter what I wrote in the prompt, always 20 gates. And when you have a lower resolution, it only creates the one gate you want to have, and then it will upscale it and try to keep that one gate, right? And this is what you see in here. Sadly, I can't zoom into my screen. I hope you can see that. Although, wait a second, I actually can. I have a software now, which I actually had before. I forgot about it. Wait a second. Sorts. Can we open this up? Ah, there it is. Okay, cool. This is a software. It's called SwordSoft Mouse Tracker. It's just like $3. If you make videos, this is amazing because you can see it makes a ring around your mouse. And you can also have here a live zoom, which, how do I turn this on right now? General, live zoom, hotkey. Wait a second, what does this? I don't know. I don't want to press any wrong buttons right now. What could we put here as a button so it doesn't do anything else? Maybe F1? Let's see if I press F1. Is anything exploding? Ah! Yes. F1 is the help files. Okay, that's not good. F2? Okay, F2 seems to work. Okay, so let's set this, the live zoom to F2. And then show the live zoom, and then also make the live zoom a little bit bigger here. Where do I set the size? Height? Oh yeah, this is good. Height. The width? Oh, look at this. Awesome. Okay, cool. So now I should be able, yes, I can turn this on and off. Pretty cool. So you can see down here, no, wait, what do I want to say? Oh yeah, here it says first pass width. This is with the new updated version of the UI. And then here it says first pass height, and then it says denoising strength. Now the denoising strength, what that does is basically the same as you have with image to image render. So when the low resolution image comes in, this is how strongly it will stick to the original low res image. So the higher this value is, the more will change between the low res and the high res version. And if it's, I think if it's 1, it should be a completely different image, basically. At least this is how it works with image to image. We can actually try that. Let's go here with 1. And you can see when I click here, this is rendering, this is the low res version right now, where we have the same face. And now let's see what it does for the high res version. So at 50%, it starts with the high res version. And you can see, yeah, this is very different. So this made a completely different image. Doesn't have anything to do with the original. I mean, the composition is a little bit similar, but not really. So let's go here with 0.25, which should then be fairly similar to the original. Let's do this again. And by the way, what you can also see here is when you do this, this will render through the steps you've set up. So I've set up here 40 steps. So this will render the low-res version with 40 steps, and then the high-res version also with 40 steps. So this takes twice the time to do that, right? So that's important. And you can see here now this is similar to the low-res version. So that is basically what's happening with the high-res fix. That is the main thing what it's for. If your prompt doesn't work because you have set it to high resolution here, try this. And with these settings, maybe set them a little bit lower. We can actually try that also right now. The only thing I don't like about these sliders here is, how do I know it's the same ratio? I mean, you can calculate that if you're good at math, but if you're not, like, if I set this to 348, what would that value be? So there would be, it would be cool if there would be like a keep ratio button or something like that, right? So I know it's going to be kind of the same. Let's try it like that. And now you will see it's a completely different image too, even though we just changed the resolution. So you see, that is something, oh, no, it's the same seed. This is something that is a little bit annoying maybe. Because you just want to change the resolution. Although there should be also another option. I don't think this is part of the high-res fix, where you have a same seed resize, which will try to keep the image the same. Is it down here maybe? Yeah, here you see the resize seed from width. Wait, you can't see that. Is my big hat in the way? Yes, it is. Okay. The downside with this zoom here is it's somewhere on the screen. You can't really see it. I do not see first pass on my Stable Diffusion. This is if you have an outdated version. Just made a Facebook account to join this group. Hey, awesome, pretty cool. If you're new, I have to allow you in. I made like a limit, so the spammers are hopefully kept out. First time finally caught your live stream. Hey, hi Andrew. Thanks for joining my live stream for the first time. Greetings, Guru. I'm no guru. I'm learning at the same time as you do. So I'm just like testing all that stuff, trying to fix it out. Not fix it out, figure it out. There we go. Yeah, so this should resize it without changing the image too much. And here you can set, you see, now we have a seed here, and then we have a variation seed here. So you can set these to the same, and then it should be a different resolution, right? Let's try that actually, you know? Wait, I have, oh no, did I stop the stream? No, I didn't. Okay, cool. Whew, all these buttons. There we go, let's try this. So this is the same seed now. Let's make it wider. Let's just click generate here and see what happens. Maybe, I don't know. I have not played around with the same seed stuff at all yet, so I don't know. I don't know anything about that either. It doesn't seem to do anything right now. Variation strength. Did I do it wrong? Because it should get wider at the moment, right? Let's make this a high value, and then we see. Or maybe because of the high-res fix, it doesn't work with the high-res fix? Does anybody know? I've never worked with that. And then we should start to do the alien thing. Live render preview. That depends on if, I mean, how happy you are with the render speed, basically, right? If you feel like your computer can handle it, that should be good. Let's turn off high-res fix here and then try this again and see what happens then. So this is the original resolution, which is completely different, as you can see. I don't know. Oh, maybe we need to set, yeah, I'm an idiot. We need to set this up here at least a little bit. So let's do that. Try that again. By the way, should we review your alien images too? Or should we just like play around with Stable Diffusion and with, it didn't do anything either. I'm confused. I don't know. I think I tried this in the past and it did something, but right now it doesn't seem to do anything. By the way, is my stream getting choppy when I do this or not? This is so strange. Usually this should make it then, should change it, right? Resize seed from width. 640. Let's turn this down. Or, no. Let's set this to 800 as the original and then set this to 700. Yeah, like this. Okay. Is there people in chat who are very, very addicted to Stable Diffusion? I think probably everybody. To day one. Did this change anything other than completely changing the image? No. Wait a second. Whoa. Wait, where do I render to? I think, do I render to this? Yes, I render to this. So this has a resolution. They have the same resolution. I have no idea what's going on right now. Let's just turn this off and go back to the original thing that we are planning to do here. What was it? Can't do anything else anymore. I'm unemployed also. Ooh, okay. That's a little bit difficult, but maybe try to use your skills to find a job or sell your services to other people, right? Like if you know a lot about that, one thing you could make money with potentially right now is to offer like tutorship, right? Say one-on-one, make a amount per hour and then ask if people need help. So you can, I don't know, just help them understand it better or faster, right? I feel like that's a service a lot of people like or need, right? If your skill is good enough, but a lot of people have very basic questions, like just how to install it or stuff like that. Oh, by the way, you were asking before about the outdated version. So go again to the where you downloaded the web UI, and then so to this page here. Let me put this in real quick. There you go. So you're ending up probably, let me refresh this. Yeah, you're on this page. Go to the green button here, download the zip. Then you unpack the zip basically, and there's a file, there's a folder inside. Open up that folder. There's a lot of stuff inside, which should look exactly the same as you have already here. So just drag everything in here so it's overwriting all of the files. What I'm doing is if I have stuff in here, like for example embeddings, I go in here and then I change the name a little bit. So it's creating a new folder, and then I delete the new folder and rename the old folder so it doesn't overwrite my content. And also what you have to do again is to go in here, for example, for the web UI user bet, open that up. and then write in here where, if you have a problem with it finding the Python path, to put in the Python path here again, right? Or you could also like rename that file before and then change the file name back. So that might also be good, right? Flexor says, yo, please mention your PC specs in the descriptions of the video. That would be a good idea, right? Yes. Okay. I could do that. I can also, like, let me see, system information. There we go. So I do have a, let's go here for the zoom again. So this is a 12, yeah, you can see this is my laptop, a Rockstix G7 with a 12th gen Intel i9-12980HX, 2030 megahertz. And then there is the, wait, oh yeah, this is my RAM 32. I don't know if this has anything to do with the AI. And then I have a 3080 Ti as a graphics card. So this is a pretty, yeah, strong laptop, which is, yeah, I'm pretty amazing. This is the best laptop I've ever had in my life. And it's really good for the AI things. So that's pretty good. Yeah, but you have to figure out if it's worth it to buy a really good computer, or if it's like you can use Dream Studio, or you can use the MidJourney bot and just pay per month. That might be cheaper, and they, like, you don't have to upgrade your system and stuff like that. You don't have your own computer at that point, but the power you get here from MidJourney, for example, is pretty amazing, especially with the image quality. But MidJourney is like a closed project, so they only can develop as much as the team can handle, and it's just a small team, while Stable Diffusion is developed by everybody, is open source, so they have a ton of different things, right? That MidJourney might never get. Some of that is maybe on their agenda, like an API or something like that, but a lot of it is not. So yeah. Stable Diffusion, if you want to have like in-painting, out-painting, image-to-image render, video render, all these kind of things, huge like batches where you can render 500 images overnight or stuff like that. You can do a lot of that. Like, I have made videos on down here. You have a prompt matrix, you have an X epsilon plot. You can't see it. My big head is in the way. Let me drag this out here real quick, so I can show you. I made a video about that. There's even more stuff. So let me just, you see the prompt matrix, all this kind of stuff is really, really cool. Yeah, so, and for the image to image, you have even more stuff here. When you go to the script here, this is even longer. You can see you have a lot more stuff here, like loopback, outpainting, Poorman's outpainting, and then the stuff I've already showed you, SD upscale, yeah. And yeah, other stuff. So that's pretty cool. And the good thing is with the text to image, this one here, where you have prompt from text box or text file, especially text file is good. You can just write as many prompts as you want, and this will go through every line. Every line is a different prompt, and just render them one after another, which is pretty cool. And with the X epsilon plot, for example, you can try a seed range in here. So you can just like render 500 different seeds if you want to, without having to sit there and always click on the generate button, right? So yeah, you can do some other stuff in the meantime. And we should maybe do some aliens. Oh, by the way, let me show you on Discord. Oh God, oh, there's the Discord link. Good. 1 second, because I've already like rendered a lot of, these are not mine, that's the community stream. There's my bunnies that I prepared for the project. Where are, oh, wait a second. We have to go here to the archive. And also maybe I should make a form so you can send me your aliens so we can look at them if you want to. There we have some, look at that. So, and they look pretty amazing. Like, I found that when you write ZBrush, it has this very kind of detailed style, which is very nice. So these are, yeah, that's MidJourney. Pretty amazing. I like the colors and the light and everything it generates. It's this kind of artful thing. and more. I think they trained a lot more on these kind of ArtStation images compared to the others. Like, look how really beautiful these results are. And this is like what you get basically out of the box by playing around a little bit with the settings. While with Stable Diffusion it also works. I can also show you some I have generated here, but you get more kind of errors in here. Oh god, I have to find that first. Let me switch here real quick. Boom, let's go to the Talk Live view. Because I have this in a different folder. Let me see. Text to image. Oh god, there's like so many files in here. Almost there. There we go. Okay, let me copy this over to the second folder and then we can look at that. So let me know about your experience. Like, let's make a new folder here and then put all of the aliens here. All right. Okay. Let's change the view. There we go. Boom. Okay, we are back. So there we go. These are the aliens that I have created with Stable Diffusion, which is also nice. And those are more colorful. I think I did some before that are not that colorful, but those are because I put in the prompt also colorful, but also that I wanted to have the Blade Runner kind of look, stuff like that, cyberpunk kind of look in there. And that gets this kind of colorfulness. Really nice with the details, especially if you then additionally upscale them. You also have this kind of long neck thing. Oh, there's another thing we also should discuss. That is, yesterday I said in my video about the tokens. I'm still kind of confused about that, to be honest. This one turned out pretty cool. It looks a lot like Avatar. This one is my favorite. Again, long neck. So let me go in here real quick. What was I about to say? Oh yes, with the tokens. So there is this kind of tokenizer tool here, and usually you see here it says, oh, you have 100 tokens? I thought you have 75 tokens. So Stable Diffusion, as far as what I have read, is working with tokens, and you have a certain amount of tokens you can use in the prompt, right? And so apparently the tokens, if you do more than the allowed amount of tokens, which I thought is 75, the rest is silently ignored, which I find is not true, because if you write more, if you write a really long prompt, it still changes the output of the image. And also what I was told before I started the stream in the Discord chat is that the negative prompt does not count towards the tokens, which is kind of interesting, and which also enables you to maybe write a lot longer prompts, because you can write the negative version, right? Instead of bold, you write no hair. That could be an option, right, to do that. Let me look at the chat here real quick while we can look at some more images. I wish this would, can I? No, I can't. Anyways, let's see what the chat says. What technique do you use on MidJourney? Is it something you can install yourself or create locally like SD? No, MidJourney is owned by the MidJourney Corporation. I don't know what they're actually called. And so it only runs on their servers, which is good because you don't need any good hardware. But it's bad because it's not open source and you have to pay every month. But they have, if you have the $30 per month subscription, you can use the relax mode, and then you can make as many images as you can fit in that month. So it's unlimited. So that's pretty cool. Do you own the copyright if I fine tune the changes? With MidJourney, you own the image you create with a paid subscription, not with a free subscription like the demo. You don't own anything. With the paid subscription, you own the image you create and you can use it any way you want, but other people can do too, because of the copyright that is automatically applied to that by MidJourney. And with Stable Diffusion, I believe that the images are they public domain? I'm not 100% certain on that, because it sounds very strange that they would be public domain, but maybe they are. I don't know, actually, right? And I don't actually know how much that would actually be, like, I'm not a lawyer or anything, but I don't know how much that would actually hold true if you would go to court, especially if you train your own models and do textual inversion and this kind of own thing, right? With Stable Diffusion, how much they can dictate to you what the copyright is over the images. I'm not quite sure about that, right? But also, if you would change them yourself, they would probably enter into a different copyright. Again, I don't know. I'm not certain about that, right? So I have no idea. But should we make a form? Let's make a. How long is the stream already? 40 minutes. Wow. Okay. Cool. Let me go here to. Oh, let me switch over so you don't see all of my files. There we go. Can I duplicate the submit form? That would be really awesome. Make a copy. That sounds pretty good. Yeah, there's the copy. Okay, cool. All right. So let me write this. Today is what? The 16th October already. Wow, time flies. Your, let's call this AI work. You can submit a link. Only one per person, though. So if you want, we can check out some of your pictures. That would be cool. Responses. There's 0 responses, so that's good. That seems to work. Short URL. There we go. Let's copy this. Okay. Wait a second. Submit your AI alien work. It should be an alien work, right? Just so we don't... Wait, what did I click here? No, I don't want the email. Okay. This form, let me check if this is without the email now. I think it should work. Let me check this again. Oh no. Wait. Let me close the sort soft thing, because sometimes if I have this open, I can't click. Oh, I can't click at all. No! Did my computer crash? Something is crashing. The hell is going on right now? That's not good. Oh, now it works again. Okay, cool. I'm back. There we go. Including email, no. Short URL, copy. Okay, good. Send me your aliens. So here's the form. Fill that out, and then we can look at some of your aliens as a link, not as a file, as a link. That's important. Let me go through some of the comments here real quick. I think that would be good. I thought we would do more rendering today. But I'm all over the place. This is how I stream, all over the place all the time. We can send some aliens. Okay, pretty cool. I'm on a slow Mac. Am I able to set up Stable Diffusion? It's worth a try. You don't lose anything apart from a little bit of time if it doesn't work. Or if it's super slow. I think if the computer, let's say it's older than 5 years, I would say it's probably going to be painfully slow, but it's still working. Like, you might need 2 minutes or 3 minutes per image, which is not great, but yeah, it still probably works. But at that point, you can decide, do I buy a really good computer or maybe upgrade my computer, or do I just pay MidJourney or the Dream Studio to use their GPU power, or maybe Google Colab is also possible. I think so. I'm using the private bot because I have a lot. I don't have a lot of money to spend yet. Then maybe the monthly thing is good, right? And I think like $30 a month sounds a lot, and probably is a lot if you come from a country where you earn less in general. If you're of a country where you earn more in general, you can do something per month and get the $30, or maybe help other members of the community and ask them if they can maybe pay for that or something and get the money back that way. But I don't know, like if as a student here in Vienna, you get like 10, 12 euros per hour. So that's like 3 hours per month to invest. And then the rest of the month, you can just like make as many MidJourney images as you want. I think that is kind of a worthwhile investment. Especially if you can maybe build a job, a career, something on that, because you can see that AI is pretty much becoming the future. The only thing that is good, like really helpful in the career way about Stable Diffusion with the local install, is that you can try out all these methods and all the different versions and all the goofy things you can do with that and really become an expert, maybe train your own models on that. And then the good thing I feel with the self-trained models that you create is that you can make something that nobody else has, because these are your models on your computer. So even if they know your prompt and the other information, they cannot create the same images, right? So you can actually build up something that is only your kind of thing, and that makes it, that's where the money worth comes from, is when you have something that other people don't, right? So there's basically, if you think about money, by the way, let's talk about that for a second, because I like the topic. Just for one moment. There's two things you can provide to people. One is service, where you give them something they don't want to do right now or don't have the ability to do right now. So that's a good service that doesn't have to do anything with you being a super expert or something like that. My favorite two examples for that is water and coffee. Everybody can make coffee, and still you have Starbucks, and it's super expensive to have one of those coffees, right? But you can make a coffee at home, but you can't make a coffee at a city center. So this is service. And then the other one is if you have something that other people don't have, but they want to have that thing that you have. That's more the artistic and kind of goods thing, stuff like that. But one thing you have to always think about, if you want to make money and the money shouldn't be kind of a thing of luck or something like that, always see the product or the service with the eyes of the consumer, not with your eyes, because this is the main mistake people make. They say, oh, I create something I like, and then maybe people like it too and they buy it. That's not how that works. This is not how to make money. You have to figure out what do other people like and how can I provide that to them. That the thing that other people like can be part of what you like too. It should be part of what you like too, because if you hate what you're doing, you can't build a career on that. So figure out where the overlap is, but always put the customer first. This is the customer's king kind of thing, is that the customer is not always right. That's not true, but the customer is always the king, because this is where all the money comes from, right? All the gear, everything you pay, all your employees, all the kind of thing, this is all paid by the customer. So you have to figure out what does the customer want, right? And then, yeah. It's not that hard, because people always need something. You only have to think about what do they need at that moment. Okay, let's go back to the aliens. Enough of that. How do I switch here? There we go. Okay, let's see oh, there's only one response from Wiki. Okay, cool. Did people not see my link or don't want to post something today? I will pin that message to the top so you can check that out. You can send me. Let me click here. Yes, create a new Excel sheet. There we go. There we have the link. Thank you very much, Vicky. And there we have, oh, wow, that's a very nice alien. Pretty cool. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Okay, that's pretty awesome. Yeah. So, I don't know. You have to figure it out for yourself. How much, like, yeah, do you want to invest in it? How much of that is your career, your future, your pastime, your, like, passion, right? And I find if people, so personally, I find if people don't want something, if they really don't want something, they find excuses. And if they really want something, they find solutions, right? like classic example is I don't know, what would be a classic example? You go on a date and it's the best person you have ever met, and you're absolutely into that person, and like if someone says, "Hey, give me $1,000 and I can make this happen," because I can tell you whatever you need to do and set up a really beautiful date with the dinner and the music and everything, but it costs $1,000. But this is the one person you want to be with for the rest of your life. You're like, okay, yeah, well, okay, let's spend $1,000. I will just find any kind of way. I sell my liver so I can just have this date. And if you're not into that, you're like, $10? Really? No. Okay, I don't want to spend $10 right now because I'm not really interested, right? So it's a kind of it's always this kind of balance. I'm not sure if this was a great this is the example that gets my channel canceled. There we go. Anyways, is anybody else sending some stuff? Not so far. Okay, cool. We can try out for ourselves. Baby wait, what I'm saying. Oh, by the way, what you can do here on MidJourney is you can click here and you can copy the prompt if you want to try that out for yourself. So we can actually do that. This is with the command. And the thing about MidJourney is that you will not get the same result. So if I put this in here, even though I'm now using your prompt, which I'm absolutely for that, because this is a very good learning opportunity. By the way, right now, what you see here, what you can't see right now, let me put on the, oh, I have turned this off. 1 second, sort. Okay, there we are again. Can you see that? Yes. So there is an image link here. This means this is happening because she has upscaled that image. So this is the low res version here. And then this is the prompt. And then back here we have up beta. This is from the upscale. So you can delete that and you can delete that image here, right? Okay, let's go back here, delete that stuff. And then also delete that stuff here and then hit enter. And see what happens from that. It doesn't have any kind of ratio in here. Let me look at the chat again while this is rendering. 1 second. When do you think Stable Diffusion will be able to successfully train the MidJourney style and compete with their quality? I have no idea. I feel like Stable Diffusion is a little bit like the Linux of AI. Like, it has a lot of options, but it's just not as comfortable as using a Mac or Windows. And yeah, you can get the same results with a lot of time investment, but I don't know. Like you've seen with the images I've created. Oh, it creates 2. Okay, that's good. And you can see my result I'm getting is completely different from what she is getting. Right? So even if you have the prompt, doesn't mean you get the same kind of image in here. And you can't, can I have the seed? No, I can't copy the seed. I can copy the ID, but I can't look up the ID. Because if I do that in here, if I go now here to show, and then you would go with the job ID. You see, it shows me the job ID, so that's good. But if I hit that, it tells me I can't do that because I'm not the owner of that job. Because if I could pull that work into my chat, I could then ask for the seed on MidJourney, right? And the way you can ask for the seed, if you don't know that, is right-click on the image that has been rendered, go to reactions, go down here to other reactions. Type here env for envelope and then click here on the envelope, not the one with the blue arrow, just the envelope. When you click on that, it will create a message for you, and now you have the seed here and the job ID, and you need the seed, so that's pretty important, right? Okay. Although again on MidJourney, the same seed with the same prompt will not give you the same result. It will still be different. It's different from Stable Diffusion in that way. Do you see my screen? Yes, you do. Okay, cool. What else do I say? I have a i9000 GeForce. Oh, a GeForce 1060. Dude, this is from back in the day where we still had black and white television. I'm sorry for that joke. When was that released? That's at least 8 years old, right? 2016. Okay. It's 6 years old. Okay, but it's still pretty old. Is this a laptop or a desktop computer? So I don't know. I have a GTX versus GTX 1660 in my my old computer. Let's see how this holds up. My God, this costs $50. I don't think so. And this one costs. Oh, this is the one that I have, and this is the one that you have. So this is a little bit faster. Oh, here it says 21%. So they are kind of the same. So I would guess if you have that and you render a 512 by 512 image, you probably with I'm not sure. I think with 40 steps DDIM. So in here 40 steps. So up here 40 steps DDIM 512 by 512. It would probably take. I can't remember. I think 1.5 minutes, something like that. 1 minute, 1.5 minutes per image. So that's pretty slow. And you can forget about training at that speed. It would take weeks probably to train that. And for me, I think with my setup, it takes like 7 seconds or something. So it really, really pays out to invest in that. We can actually check that out. Let's set this to 40 here. Click on generate. I'm streaming right now, so it might be slower than it is. Let's look here in the... Oh no, you can see here 6 seconds, right? So that makes the GPU makes a huge impact on how fast the render is, right? By the way, this looks pretty cool right now. Awesome. Very nice. Okay, cool. Has anyone... we have some submissions here. Pretty cool. Thank you very much for that. Let's check that out. Ooh, wow, that looks amazing. I like the style. Pretty cool. Very, very nice. You just wrote alien? Wow, that's a lazy prompt. That's a lucky prompt. Wow. But I mean, the result is what counts, so don't worry about that. If you get some cool stuff from that, that's pretty cool. By the way, because what was I about to say? Because MidJourney is creating these different results every single time, that depending on the prompt, by the way. When I have my, let's go to the archive here again. When I have my alien here, and this is the same for Stable Diffusion. So I have here, this is the one that I used for the cover photo. You go here, open in Discord, so this will show you that image again. And then I can click here on variation. And now this is when you go down here, jump to the newest one, you can see that this is rendering. And this is now creating a new alien. So you can create a batch or a queue up to 13 images. I think they want to extend that. That would be great, like 50 would be good. So you can just hit that button 13 times and then wait for it to finish render and then go on with the same... What? Oh, this is because this is a variation. I'm sorry. So this is a variation. This is why this looks fairly similar. But if I enter the prompt again, like so, I should get a completely different alien. All right. Yeah, so this looks fairly similar. Probably not exactly the same. You can see the skin texture here is like a little bit of cabbage kind of skin texture. And here we have this more spider back kind of thing with a little bit of lizard in here on the face, but it's still pretty cool. Can you actually see the details, or is this too small? There we go. This is a little bit bigger. And then also open this up here. There we go. Pretty cool. By the way, let me go through the prompt real quick so you can check that out too. So this is center portrait of an elegant alien. So I write center portrait off because I found when I write center portrait, the figure often is more in the center of the image. Then we have small horns, reptile skin, 3D character because I wanted to have this kind of ZBrush look. Octane render, Unreal Engine, cinematic lighting, highly detailed. Here we have ZBrush. Then we have HBO, which I found makes this kind of very nice colored background for some reason. Then we have Star Wars, Star Trek, Mass Effect, Avatar. Then we have 200mm f1.8. which actually is a very shallow depth of field. I don't think this is 1.8, but anyways. Warm colors, inner light, which I find often gives a really good effect on MidJourney, that is. Inner light, inner energy, and then bright face. So because sometimes it has a lot of shadows in the face and a lot of darkness in the face, and so I find with bright face you often get a nice light on the face too. And this kind of inner light, inner energy, what it does, I find what it does is you have this kind of inner radiance, positive kind of light of just like it looks nicer, I would say, right? We can play around with that a little bit. Oh my god, what is this? Okay. It looks a little bit like a mixture of Mass Effect and the movie Ants. Okay, that is very strange. This is not what I wanted. But this is just like the stuff that happens, right? So this is a completely different image. Now, if we render this again, we get something different. And by the way, let's also render one and then take out the ZBrush and see. I can't guarantee that this is going to look completely different, but we can try and see what that gives us. Let me open this up so you have, oh no, wait a second. We wanted to look at the images that other people have created. I completely forgot about that. Okay, so this is pretty awesome here. Very, very nice. Really like all this kind of, watercolor and ink kind of style. Really cool. Let's go to the next one here. This is from Kalanu. The further one was from Kappa-Zone. Wow, this looks like an insect alien. Okay, cool. Eccentric alien with scaly skin, long spikes on skull. Mentid looking. Mentid? I think you mean mantis, right? Glowing light, dramatic light, realistic, futuristic, photorealism, HDR, Unreal Engine, cyberpunk. Interesting. And this is probably, let me see, is version 3, I guess, from the render model. Yes, it is, because there's no test in here or such. And you can see for mine, I have used test for that. This is why you get these nice details and also the more of a realism to that. But at the same time, what it does is that it's less creative from the output. So here we have the new results. Wow. Oh, this is still, is it still rendering? Yes, this is why it doesn't have too much detail right now. Okay, let me have a look at the chat real quick. Is there a trick to load it in a light way, maybe, to serve VRAM? Yes, you can do that. When you go to the Stable Diffusion web UI, this is for Automatic 111. There's a wiki here, and then it will tell you about the VRAM thing. Let's see if we can find that. No. Texture inversion, blah, blah, blah. Contributing. Troubleshooting. There's troubleshooting. Yes, let's go on that. And there you have low RAM video card, and it says add these kind of things here. Now, you probably don't understand where to add that. I really hope that they update this kind of text because it's super confusing. What you need to do is you go into your Stable Diffusion folder. 1 second. There. You go to the web UI -user.bat. How do you say the minus? Because someone said you don't say minus in English. Is it like a... What is that kind of sign? How would you call that? Anyways, you open that up. I use Notepad++, which is free. And then here you have the command line arguments. So you would put this in here, the kind of things you see written here for these kind of commands. Let's close this real quick. You see here, -- met VRAM and these other kind of things. You can try them out. Low VRAM, opt split, these kind of things to see if you get better results or if you get results at all. Like down here, if you have an old graphics card like mine with the 1660 on the second computer, I get a black screen or a green screen as a result, not an image. So this with precision full, no half, this helps a lot to use that. I think I can't remember. Fix using, yes, this helps. Right. Okay, cool. Let's go back here to the rendering. It's a pretty dark face here. So let's open this up real quick and then open this up real quick. And I feel like if you look at that, when you use ZBrush, because ZBrush is a very organic way to make 3D models, and you can like stamp on different kind of textures and stuff directly on the 3D model. We have these kind of, they have these kind of skin stamps and all these kind of things, and you can make these very realistic looking 3D models. While with Unity, Octane Render, and Unreal Engine, you make games, and they don't have this very high detail. So I'm kind of sure, like when you look at this, it looks more like a video game character, while this looks more like these kind of beautiful 3D models that you see, right? And I'm kind of sure that this is the reason for that. So this is why I use ZBrush to get these nice textures in here and have this kind of organic, smooth look that you get with ZBrush. Like when you go on the ZBrush website, you will see from the models they show, from the stuff they show, that they also have this kind of thing in here. Let's go here for ZBrush. And this is used for a lot of movies and stuff. You see here, with these kind of models, they look just different than what you usually get. Of course, you can do it with other 3D software too, but this is just known for this kind of thing because the way you create these models is like clay. You pull and push on them and you have stamps to press them into different shapes, but you're not like doing it like in Blender or stuff like that, where you just work with these different, I don't even know, is it vectors? I'm not quite sure. I don't remember the word right now. Is here a photo on how the process works? Sculpting? No. Well, you start out with a ball and then you just like push and pull on it until you create something you like. I don't see anything right now that shows the process. Anyways, wait, let's go here, ZBrush, go for images. Yeah, you see that's the kind of process. You start out with these shapes and then you just push and pull on that to shape that into something that looks like a face. So it's a very, very different process than the kind of classic Blender thing that you're doing. Where you work with these kind of what are they called? I can't remember that. These kind of lines. Anyways, okay. I'm very much back here on the chat. 1 second. Let's maybe go to the newest one. I don't have access to MidJourney, but I can try with Stable Diffusion if you want. On what? Wandering robot cyborg sci-fi girl in space with rocket boots. So this is the prompt you want to try? ArtStation. We can try both in, oh yeah, this is actually, let's try this both here in MidJourney. This is the what you have written right now. I go for 2 by 3 and then let's go here for test as the render. And then we do the same thing here in Stable Diffusion. Just put this in here and then set this to 700, 600, 768. Let's do high-res fix here. And this is the problem now. I don't know what to set here. Let's go like this maybe, I don't know. And let's click here on generate and then we can see what happens. If you don't have access to MidJourney, okay, yes, sure, try it. Okay, cool. So this is the one that Stable Diffusion is creating. And usually with Stable Diffusion, what you want to do, oh, this has a seed on here. You just want to create a bunch of them, like 10 or 20 or 30. with different seeds and just see what you get from that. So this is my work processes. I render a bunch of them with different seeds and see what kind of seed sticks best to that. And then I will copy that seed. You see, every time an image is finished, down here you have all the information, including the seed. So I can copy that seed over here, and then I can work on the prompt to refine that and maybe get a better result. But I kind of know at that moment that the seed is working better with the image. So for example, here you can see that is kind of nice, but now I remember I have forgotten to turn on restore face. So I can use that seed. I copy it over here, I turn on restore face, and then I generate it again, and it hopefully gives me the same image. Yes, it does. And it should also restore the face right now. Let's see if that works. There we go. So this is the new image. The face looks kind of nice. Actually, let me switch here real quick so we can go to the folder. Yes. Okay, cool. There we go. So this is the first image. 1 second. This is the first image, and you can see it's nice, but the face is not so nice. And then in comparison, this is the second image where we have some face fixing happening here. And if you like that, by the way, if you now go, where's my... There we go. If this is finished, you can send this to extras, so it's automatically in here. This is the extras tab for the upscaling. Let's scale this up to 4 times. And then go here with BSR again. And then go here with GFP again for face fixing, and also code form for face fixing. And I think I had this on 0.5. This has apparently reset. Okay, let's click on generate, and then